Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Dorit Kemsley is learning brand new information about the nature of Kyle Richards' texts to her estranged husband, Paul PK Kemsley. In a preview for Season 14, Episode 8 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which will air on January 21, Bozoma St. John calls Dorit to tell her what she heard about one of the text messages. I think there's more to the texting with PK than maybe I thought, Bozoma says in the clip above before a flashback plays of RHOBH recounting a text she read from Kyle to PK that apparently said, "I won't say anything, I never have." And it sounded like there was more to it than just, "Oh, we're sending friendly memes back and forth." Bozoma continues to Dorit, who is shocked by the revelation. "I literally just talked to Erica Jane." Dorit responds to Bozoma before a flashback of her call to the XXPEN$IV songstress plays. In the call, Erica tells Dorit that the texts between Kyle and PK were not inappropriate. So with this new information, Dorit can't help but wonder, why am I the last to know when it's about me? While celebrating Erica's divorce pizza party at Chuck E. Cheese on Season 14, Episode 7, Kyle confided in Erica, Garcelle, and Sutton Strack about her past communication with PK. After telling the group that she just sent memes to PK throughout the season, Kyle got more specific with the smaller group. "I'm not gonna get to a point in my life where I am having to pull out my phone because I'm an adult and that's a joke," Kyle said when Erica noted that Dorit wanted to learn more about what the messages entailed. "I will show you guys this, and I'm not gonna do this again. Not for her or anybody, because I think it's ridiculous. But I'm gonna tell you right here." She then read the exact message she sent to PK when he and Dorit publicly announced their decision to split in May 2024. "When they made the separation announcement, I said, I know you have a lot of friends, but I am also one and here if you need anything. I have never repeated anything you have shared with me and never would." Kyle read from her phone. "We'll keep sending memes, and I won't forget laughing emojis. That is what I wrote to him. The Bravo universe has never been short on drama, but few moments have shaken fans and cast members alike as much as the bombshell revelation about Kyle Richards and PK Kemsley, and the fallout it caused for Dorit Kemsley." The setting was a glamorous cocktail party at Sutton Strack's new boutique in Beverly Hills, complete with sparkling chandeliers, flowing champagne, and who's who of a local elite. Dorit arrived fashionably late, looking radiant in a silver sequin gown that shimmered under the soft lighting. But little did she know the evening would take a turn that would leave her questioning everything she thought she knew about her closest friends. As Dorit mingled, exchanging pleasantries with Erica Jane and Garcelle, whispers began to circulate. Garcelle, never one to shy away from stirring the pot, pulled Dorit aside. "Have you spoken to Kyle recently?" she asked, her voice tinged with curiosity and just a hint of mischief. Dorit frowned, sensing the undertone. "Not today." "Why?" Garcelle's raised eyebrow was all the confirmation Dorit needed to know something was amiss. "You should probably talk to her. Apparently there's news." Feeling a knot form in her stomach, Dorit excused herself and made a beeline for Kyle, who was chatting animatedly with Mauricio Umansky. Kyle's laughter faltered slightly when she saw Dorit approach, and Mauricio's usual easygoing demeanor shifted into something more guarded. "Darling," Dorit exclaimed, her British accent more pronounced in moments of stress. "What's going on? I feel like I'm walking into the middle of something." Kyle's eyes darted to Mauricio, who gave her a subtle nod before walking away. Left alone with Dorit, Kyle sighed, "Can we step outside?" The two women moved to the boutique's private terrace, where the cool evening air did little to soothe Dorit's growing unease. "Spill it, Kyle. What's this about?" Dorit demanded, her tone firm but laced with genuine concern. Kyle hesitated, clearly wrestling with how to phrase what she was about to say. Finally, she blurted out, "It's about PK." Dorit's expression shifted from confusion to alarm. "What about PK?" Kyle took a deep breath, her voice trembling slightly. I found out something recently, and I've been trying to figure out how to tell you. PK and we had a thing. Years ago, before you and he were together." For a moment, Dorit just stared at her, uncomprehending. "A thing?" she echoed, as though the words were foreign to her. Kyle nodded, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "It wasn't serious, and it didn't last long. But with everything that's been happening lately, I felt like you deserved to know." Dorit's mind raced, her emotions a chaotic swirl of shock, betrayal, and disbelief. "Why am I the last to know this?" she finally asked, her voice breaking. "I'm your friend Kyle, we shared so much. How could you keep something like this from me?" Kyle reached out to touch Dorit's arm, but Dorit pulled away. "I'm sorry," Kyle said earnestly. "I didn't know how to bring it up. And honestly, I thought it was in the past, something that didn't need to be dredged up. But then, things started coming out in conversations, and I didn't want you to hear it from anyone else." "From who?" Dorit demanded. "Who else knows about this?" Kyle hesitated again, and that pause spoke volumes. "Erica, and maybe Lisa Rinna." Dorit let out a bitter laugh, tears streaming down her face. Of course, Rinna knows. She probably loves this." The confrontation between Dorit and Kyle didn't go unnoticed by the other partygoers. Back inside, Erica, Garcelle, and Sutton exchanged knowing glances as they watched through the glass doors. "Do you think she's telling her?" Sutton whispered. "She has to be," Erica replied, her lips curling into a silly smile. "This is Beverly Hills, honey. Secrets don't stay secret for long." When Dorit finally re-entered the party, her composure was a mask barely holding together the turmoil underneath. She found PK near the bar, chatting with Harry Hamlin about a new business venture. "We need to talk," she said, her tone leaving no room for argument. PK, sensing the gravity of the situation, excused himself and followed Dorit to a quieter corner. "What's wrong, babe?" Dorit's voice trembled with restrained fury. "Did you think I wouldn't find out? About you and Kyle?" PK's face turned ashen. That was years ago, Dorit, before you and I even met. And you didn't think it was worth mentioning," she snapped. "Kyle is one of my best friends, PK. How could you keep this from me? How could she?" "It didn't mean anything," PK insisted, his voice low but urgent. "I didn't want to dredge up something that would hurt you." "Hurt me?" Dorit repeated incredulously. "Do you have any idea how humiliating this is, to find out like this in front of everyone?" The rest of the party was abuzz with speculation, and it wasn't long before the other housewives began to trickle out, sensing that the night's drama had reached its peak. Back at their house later that evening, Dorit and PK sat in tense silence, the weight of unspoken words hanging heavily between them. Finally, Dorit broke the silence. "I don't know if I can just sweep this under the rug, PK. This isn't just about you and Kyle, it's about trust." "I love you, Dorit," PK said earnestly, "and I'll do whatever it takes to make this right." But Dorit's mind was already racing ahead, wondering how this revelation would ripple through their marriage, their friendships, and their standing within the group. Could she forgive Kyle? Could she forgive PK? And perhaps most pressing of all, could she forgive herself for not seeing the signs? As the episode's credits rolled, fans were left with more questions than answers. What would this mean for Dorit and PK's marriage? How would Kyle navigate the fallout with her best friend? And how many more secrets were lurking just beneath the surface, waiting to be exposed? One thing was certain, the drama in Beverly Hills was far from over.